This is ridiculous. Can you imagine? Hey, hey. Village head collected 700,000 naira. Really? 700,000 naira bribe from bandits and allowed invasion. And that has led to the taking of 30 lives. 30 lives in the village. When the Katsina State Governor, Dr. Umaru Diko, rather recently described banditry as a business venture for some highly placed individuals in the country. Some felt the governor of the northwestern state was merely exaggerating issues out of context. But he didn't stop there, as he also said poverty and injustice are major factors fueling insecurity in the country. At an interface with Saturday Vanguard sometime in October last year, Dr. Rada has said with his newly launched Katsina Community Watch Corps, he was determined to reach the state of banditry. Recalling how bandits had killed his biological brother, the governor said he wouldn't spare anyone, including state appointees who connive with fifth columnists to destabilize the state. He said, in our efforts, we have come up with the intelligence unit within the Katsina Community Watch Corps. These intelligence units, even the corps members don't even know them. The reason for setting it up is to check the excesses of the corps and also to gather information. There are some traditional rulers who are identified and those who are already under scrutiny. So we are not sparing anybody, even commissioners in my regime. We are not going to spare anybody found to be involved in one criminal activity or the other. We are talking about the lives of over 10 million people, not one single individual. No single individual is more important than 10 million people or the life of an innocent person in the village. We are trying as much as possible to gather a lot of information together with the intelligence we are getting from the DSS so that we can build a network that we can arrest and prosecute any persons found wanting. 7 months later, when Saturday Vanguard took him up on the issue, the governor, who gave an account of his stewardship in the last year, explained how a village head was paid 700,000 naira by bandits to allow free access to his village and consequent killing of about 30 of his subjects. He said his administration was fiercely addressing poverty, having discovered how it fuels insecurity. According to him, it was disheartening that for as little as 2,000 naira, some persons would volunteer information to bandits about their neighbors or relatives. Can you imagine that? I was saying it, I think some days ago, that the level of poverty now, that most of the people who even do this dirty job to go and be doing counter protests when people are protesting of the reality on ground, the government or the politicians, they will gather some people, they will say, go and do this for me. They won't even pay them. Go come. They will do it, go come. And how much did they give them? Especially those during election time, 200 naira. As low as 200 naira. They will not even give them because they know that if you give them, they might not even go and do the job they are being given. So go and do it. Then we'll give you money later. Some of them confessed. We saw them online. So that is how bad it is. When this man, what is his name? The T.Y. Danjuma. I think recently the army chief was saying, oh, why should T.Y. Danjuma be saying that they are biasing their operations and what have you? There was a time too, T.Y. Danjuma said that the issue of banditry and what have you, that there are internal people in the Nigerian army who are working with all these Boko people and the bandits. They say, oh, Imad is smell. Recently, he has even said what Nigerians and people have been feeling, the way at which the Nigerian army operates in the north and how they operate in the south. They say, oh, he doesn't know what he's saying. We still learn that a lot of all these repentant or whatever they call them, they recruit them back into the system, Nigerian army. They will deny it, but anything they deny, this is what happens. Once they deny it, know that it is true. Like this report says that the governor said it one time, but there's a there's a testimony to that. There's a testimony to that statement. No one takes all of you seriously again, from the leadership of the armageries on the streets of most of these northern states. For it appears to me you are all happy with the things and the abduction of the innocent populace there for ransoms. Otherwise, how do you explain a situation where they go in a convoy of motorcycles to attack communities? Recently, how many of them they said they took away in Kaduna, whether 200 and something or 700 and something? They told us that they rescued all these children. They rescued all of them. The people who did that, they said they didn't pay ransom. Oh. They didn't pay ransom. But they always love to give themselves undue praise. Give themselves undue praise. Oh, yes, Tinubu has done this. They have been rescued. Why are you asking how they were rescued? The most important thing is that the children are rescued. Don't know. But they said they didn't pay any ransom. So tell me, why have you not gone after them? Why have you not gone after them? When some people will tell you that now play, we they play for this country, now play, we they play. We are not serious to do things. Somebody is crumbling the economy, is telling us that he is a listening president. Yes, so the North should brace up for a more bumpy ride as Emir Sanusi II and Bayero now hold parallel Jumat prayer with supporters. Can you imagine? A Supreme Lord verdict are waiting for that particular village head that did that. This was how our kings and white slaves trade on their subjects. They sold their people to white men. If the government wants to stop banditry, hey, they should check and monitor the traditional rulers, those traditional rulers in the north. We are talking about, they will learn that one governor that you might be suspecting that is the leader of all those Boko. No, when they play, you are talking of a village head. Did Goodluck Jonathan not tell us that there were Boko Haram people in his cabinet? You think they just want to talk? Make una dey play. We are talking of village heads when the government, when the presidency, they have a Boko Haram people in their midst. So guys, let's know what you think and have your take on this. Thank you.